Hello, this is your tutorial on video that I'm attempting for the first time, so wish me luck. We're going to be talking about complements, and this is the Chapter 2 Parts of a Sentence review that you can find on the Holt Online Handbook under Student Resources in Chapter 2. So, as we know, we need to think about the subject, the verb, whether it is an action verb or a linking verb. And then if it is an action verb, we're looking for direct objects and indirect objects. If it is a linking verb, we are looking for predicate nominatives or predicate adjectives. And you should follow your flow chart that we took the notes in class for. So here we go. Right now, the words are underlined, and so it's easy to just look at the underlined word, but I'm still going to walk you through all of the parts of the sentence so that you get used to that, because when there is no underlined word, we need to think about all the parts of the sentence. So here we go. Number 1. I'm going to switch to my little pen. Ruth became the new treasurer for the bicycle club. So what's the subject of that sentence? The subject is Ruth. What's the verb? The verb is became. Is it an action verb or a linking verb? It is a linking verb. Ruth became what? Ruth became treasurer. What part of speech is treasurer? Treasurer is a noun. Therefore, it is the predicate nominative. And everything disappeared. Here we go. Therefore, it is the predicate nominative. Sorry, I told you this is a learning curve for me. You guys can give me feedback about how this video goes for you. All right, do we understand that? Next one. Number 2. Felix wrote Martha a long letter while she was away. What's the subject? The subject is Felix. What's the verb? The verb is wrote. Is that an action verb or a linking verb? It's an action verb. Felix wrote what? Felix wrote letter. The letter is the direct object. To whom? To Martha. Martha is the indirect object. All right? Number 3. The students seemed tired after the long lecture, which is why they are now watching the lecture on video. What's the subject? The subject is students. What's the verb? Students seemed. Seemed is the verb. Is that an action or linking? Seemed is a linking verb. Students seemed what? Students seem tired. What part of speech is that? It's an adjective modifying students. Therefore, it is a predicate adjective. Number 4. We finished our geometry homework before dinner. What's the subject? We. What's the verb? Finished. Is that an action or a linking verb? Finished is an action. We finished what? We finished homework. Homework is the direct object. Now, some people in this case would say, but isn't our whose homework we finished? For who? Isn't that an indirect object? And this is where we get tricked sometimes. Our is modifying homework. It's a possessive pronoun, which is functioning as an adjective, telling us about whose homework it is, what homework it is, modifying homework. It is not an indirect object. It is a possessive pronoun. So keep that in mind. Number 5, the principal offered the seniors some good advice about choosing a college. What's the subject? Principal. What's the verb? Offered. Is that an action or a linking verb? That's an action verb. Principal offered what? Principal offered advice. Advice is the direct object. Offered advice to whom or for whom? For the seniors. Seniors is the indirect object. All right. Number 6 will be the last one. Has the coach given the players their gloves? What's the subject? Coach. What's the verb? Has given. Is that an action verb or a linking verb? That's an action verb. Coach has given what? Coach has given gloves. Gloves is, oops, wrong color. Gloves is the direct object. Given the gloves to whom? Players is the indirect object. All right, so hopefully that was enough to give you the idea of how you should go through each sentence. Every sentence, subject, verb, what type of verb is it, action or linking, and from there we follow the flow chart. Another thing to keep in mind is savioto. And remember, this means subject, action, verb, indirect object, direct object. That's the order that we follow. Okay, subject, action, verb, indirect object, direct object. Remember, if we have a prepositional phrase, what do we do with it? If we have a prepositional phrase, we throw it away. We do not pay attention to it when we are thinking about parts of the sentence. So here's your prepositional phrase. Put the parentheses around it and cross it out. Good luck. If you have any questions, contact me, and otherwise go through the rest of your worksheet, and you can find the answers on FC Virtual under the grammar section, chapter 2, answer key. Good luck.